So we're in for a treat today because a lot of people are interested in AI, and my guest is a specialist in that. I'd say an expert. He's a podcaster, which I always enjoy, but not only a podcaster, but he's actually a very successful podcaster. He's in the top 1%, and I'm sure he's going to do better, and we touch on that as well. He's an inventor. He's an author, not of one, but two books, a founder and chief innovation officer of TetraNoodle Technologies. I think you're based in Vancouver, Canada. Please welcome Manuj Aggarwal. Did I do it
Thank you
justice?
so much. Excited to be here. Yeah, exactly. You got it right. Thank you so much.
No problem. So, I mean, we'll delve into this fast, because first of all, the company, TetraNoodle. I mean, were you eating some noodles and you came up, where did that name come from?
Exactly. Yeah. You can, you can attribute that name to my lack of marketing knowledge. So I was trying to come up with a name, and with some of my friends, we used to go to this restaurant called Noodle Box. And so, we were sitting there and said, okay, let's figure out a name. And I said, okay, this was like a Asian noodles. So, Asian noodles in the delivery box, they have that rectangular box for the noodles. So I said, okay, let's use the rectangular from the name of noodle box and then use the noodle. So, I thought it was kind of funny. It was a joke, but other people seem to like it. So I said, okay, let's go with that.
And I suppose, like, when it comes down to marketing, at the end of the day, it's something you'd remember. People remember for Tetras, they'll always remember noodles. So that's what you want. You want them to remember the name.
Exactly.
So I suppose, let me know, like, I know you've got like 4 patents or patents, depending on where you are on AI, but I mean, is this connected with the TetraNoodle, or is that something separate? What exactly is the company doing?
Yeah, so we, my company is a consulting company. We work with our clients to come up with new innovative ideas to market. So so some clients come to us, they say, okay, I have this vision of, doing this, and how do I convert that into reality? I don't know. Like, how do I create this technology? And so in many cases, this is like breaking new ground. Nobody has done this before. So we have to do the research. We have to invent new things. We have to hire smart people and file for patents in these cases. So this was all part of my company, where we actually invented things on behalf of our clients to get them to the result that they were looking for.
So with the 4 patents, what exactly are they? The 4.
Yeah. So one is in education space, personalized learning. A lot of people are getting disillusioned with the current education system, where everybody in the classroom gets the same curriculum. But we know that everybody is different. Like, some people are further ahead, some people need more help. So this was AI technology that gave personalized curriculum to every student in the classroom. Okay. So if you're ahead, then you can skip a few chapters. If you are behind, you get more material, something like that. Two other patterns were in healthcare, where we created custom orthotic devices which provide you support on your foot, beneath your feet, to help with joint pains and things of that nature. And so this custom orthotic device was manufactured using computer vision and 3D printing. The idea was that a lot of orthotics are available on the market, but they are mass produced. They are not very, very well suited for situations where you have joint pains, or like athletic performance and these kind of things. So high precision was needed. So we created these algorithms which were able to create a orthotic device within 2 millimeters of accuracy of your foot, the whole contours and everything. So those were 2 patents. And then there was another one where, by the way, this technology that we built was sold to Dr. Scholl's, and they branded this technology under their brand name, Dr. Scholl's, and sold it. And then another one was for helping students finish their degree programs, because a lot of students drop out of their degree programs in the first 2 years. So we use AI to recommend the right courses so that people, complete their degree programs. And that project got recognition from President Obama and Bill Gates.
Excellent. And like, I mean, I know that your story is fairly interesting because I've heard that that you were making like $2 a day and into this. So you might kind of take us back a few layers and like what exactly you were doing and how you ended up in Canada.
Yeah, well, I mean, those were early days in India. India was quite a developing country, and I was living in a very small town. So my career started at 15, working in that factory and making minimum wage. But I wanted to do something more with my life. So and I tried to figure out, okay, what can I do to improve my situation, and it turned out technology was my path. So I learned software engineering and got into technology, started building software, and I was good at it. But more importantly, I had a lot of fun. So technology for me is like a hobby. So I like to have fun with that. And how did I get to Canada? It was following a girl, as it happens. I met a girl, and we decided to move to Canada, and started working with a lot of startups, helping them build their products, and then worked with the Fortune 500 companies like Microsoft and IBM and Pearson Education. And so I saw the full spectrum of how companies are built from the ground up and how large corporations, they make their money and continue to grow. So all these different sort of learnings, or different ways of doing things, different solutions from different industries help us figure out what is the best path forward for any given situation.
Excellent. So I mean, we're hearing a lot about AI at the moment, and yeah, there's lots of things, all the benefits, and then there's others that are saying, "Oh, my job will be lost." But what my fear is the dark side of AI, because when it's in the wrong people's hands, because even something I'm reading at the moment, I mean, not just kind of like that they can hide files and just. My hope is that the good people can create the better AI for like things that you've done that's even helping people finish their education and making it easier for them and everything. Like, will good beat evil in AI world?
Absolutely, no question about it. So I'll give you a few ideas here, right? So one thing is, like, a lot of people are afraid of technology because they don't understand what it is, and there's a lot of that, like uh, everything from printing press to the automobile, even the internet. When it first was introduced, people had a lot of resistance to it. Okay, so when the automobile was invented, a lot of people called it the devil's vehicle, because it had smoke coming out of the chimney. Uh, and when the internet came along, there was a scare, Y2K scare, if you may remember.
Oh, I remember it well.
A lot of people, got really, really worried that, the supermarket will run out of toilet paper, and they started grabbing that. So this is a typical reaction to every technology. Now, the thing is, technology is always neutral. So if you look at long-term evolution of humans, starting from the discovery of fire and the wheel, every technology has helped us move forward, in a better way, build a better life. As you said, sometimes the technology can fall into wrong hands, but we have to again look at the real world is full of only 5% or less people who mean to do harm, right? 95% of the people actually want to do good. So we have to rely on the goodness of humanity. Otherwise, if it was not true, then we would have wiped ourselves out long time ago. Now, a lot of pessimists say, oh, we are almost dead, or there are so many problems, there are so many wars happening, so we are not in a good situation. But I ask them, okay, try to just go back 100 years, just 100 years, and imagine the kind of life our ancestors lived. They didn't even have proper food, or water, or shelter. We have come such a long way in just 100 years because of the technological inventions. And so AI is just going to continue to provide more and more prosperity, more abundance. In fact, AI is going to add about $10 trillion to the world economy by 2030. So that is more than 10%. I mean, People, 10 trillion is a big number. It's 10,000 billion in just next 7 years. So that's how much prosperity it is going to bring about. And if you use it for proper things, if you know how to use it, this is the biggest opportunity to make wealth. But if you misuse it, then the rest of 95% are there to, protect us. And does that answer the question, first of all?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there is one more thing I will add here is a lot of people are afraid that AI itself will become corrupt and will want to take over humanity. So to that, I say, there is only one species that organizes war against each other, which is humans. And so to think that another algorithm or a machine will become so ambitious and jealous of another species and say, oh, I'm going to wipe out everything else and just consume everything for myself. That's only a human trait. That's not a trait that exists in the nature.
Excellent. And like one of the things that kind of gives me hope, which I think will help a lot of people, is especially in the East, there's so many natural remedies. Like, whoever the creator is or whatever people believe in, it's actually in the plants, it's everywhere, the things to heal us naturally. And instead of going down the big pharma route, tablets and everything, and if people are able to type in their ailments and get the information and that is used of what that exactly, it'll be fantastic. But what I have seen is that there's also, it's like a Google search or whatever. It doesn't always tell you the truth. And people are kind of into this belief system that, ChatGPT or whatever one it is told them this and therefore it has to be correct. And the reality is it's kind of just searching and it might grab the wrong information.
Well, you have to treat ChatGPT like a person. Okay. So as humans in our everyday life, we say a lot of things that we are not sure of. And in some cases, we lie as well as humans. So AI is no different. It is always going to try and give you an answer. But if it doesn't know exactly what to say, it will make things up. That's just the way it is. So I always tell people, treat AI as a very, very smart, intelligent human being, but not a perfect human being. Okay, we are all imperfect. So if you just interact with it like as you will with a Harvard University professor, then you will be in good shape, because even Harvard University professors can make things up.
Very good. So the two books that you've written, Network Security with PF Sense and Apache, I assume that even if they were in French, I still wouldn't understand them or whatever.
Exactly. Those are those are for hardcore engineers. Only good if you if you want to go to sleep, then and if you're not an engineer, then I recommend it.
I heard you talking about firewalls, and I thought it was interesting. You might just touch on that because it's kind of important, especially with everybody's on the internet all the time.
See, firewalls are basically in olden days when you had a palace, or think about where you store your valuable products, your gold or silver or whatever. And so they used to build a wall around that place, to protect it from enemies. So now we are in the digital age where our wealth is not like gold or silver, but data, but digital. Our life has become digital life. We don't exchange cash anymore. We exchange digital sort of transactions using our credit card, debit card. So firewall is a way to protect your network and make sure only authorized people can get in and everybody else stays out. So that's like a protection against your network, which is essential these days. I mean, if you don't have a firewall, which is very robust, then you are running a risk, almost like, it's almost like taking your valuable products and putting it on the street and saying, it's fine. No worries. Nobody's going to take it. So that's the idea behind it.
Is there ones that you would recommend?
Yes. There's a one called Jesus Christ. I wrote a book about it. I now forget.
You can send me afterwards. I can put the show notes. I'll include it in the show notes anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny. It's sometimes the name escapes you, right?
No, you're right. And I heard, because I mean, I've got the meditation podcast as well. And I heard you talk about like, what does meditation and AI got in common? So I'm curious about what you've got to say on that one.
Well, the meditation part is interesting because AI interacts with humans and vice versa. Like AI collects the data from the real world and learns from our experience, and the way that it is, the way that the world is set up, we consume the information that is produced by AI. So all social media channels, even like these days news websites, even your TV programs, a lot of it is influenced by data and AI. So it's a two-way street between AI and human beings. The thing is that we are all sort of, all running around in our life, chasing our dreams, almost like zombies. And we don't really see what is happening in the world. But meditation really allows you to uncover the layers that life has. So you start to see a lot of connections that you miss otherwise. And when you start to see that, you can start to realize the power of AI, how it influences our human mind. In fact, in my company, one of the things that we like to do is use AI to help people experience this kind of meditative effect so that they understand, okay, how is technology and humankind all connected?
Next. Finally, and this is probably the most important one, and it's of a great interest to me because I've got 6 podcasts. You can see them in the background there. And there's been a lot of people kind of reaching out with their AI tools, and there are I go through a lot of beta tests and everything, and there's nothing that has really kind of impressed me. I see some of the stuff and I go, oh, this is interesting. And yeah, this. So with your podcast that's in the top 1%, what AI tools are you using, and where can you see yourself, where can you see this kind of industry going?
Sure. Before I forget, the name of the firewall is PF Sense. PF Sense.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's a free firewall, and it's very, very good, very robust. Okay, so the tools I recommend people is, it's not about the tool, it's about the mindset. It's about first change your mindset to understand what AI is. And for that, I only recommend basic tools, ChatGPT or Google Bard, or one of these reputed companies who are building AI, so that you can start to interact with this AI, understand what it is. And then for visual purposes, like creating images, we use Midjourney or Dolly 3. Dolly 3 is part of ChatGPT Plus. So if you just go with these basic tools and start to understand how AI can help you in your life and business, then that will be a great start right now. Okay. So don't go after the shiny object. Okay, this tool, that tool. Try to get into the mindset of using AI. It's like driving a car. Once understand the basic, like the clutch and the brake and all that before you go out there and buy a sports car. And then where things are going. See, we are entering an age where highly personalized products and services will become more and more profitable and available in the market. AI, before AI, we were not able to like service our clients at a very personalized level. But after AI, now we have the capability. So for example, I'll give you an example. In the next 5 to 10 years, when you go to a doctor, he or she will not prescribe you medicine. They will actually make a new medicine based on your DNA, which matches perfectly with your DNA and causes no side effects. Okay. The reason why side effects exist is because they are only able to make sure that 95% of the people are cured, but 5% of the people will actually experience some side effects. Yeah. So that kind of personalized products and services will come into the picture.
And because I've worked with a few people on the AI, and one of them was kind of like building the character of the information that you've got. So like, I encourage people that are kind of the clients with me never to hire somebody to be engaging with your your customers because, like when they're commenting on your podcast, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook or whatever, because what happens is they're not at your level and they could miss a potential opportunity. Going further down the line, I assume you can have the AI that's like exactly you and will be answering your clients that they think it's you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not just exactly you. It's, some people may remember the movie, the Matrix, in which, the, Neo wanted to learn karate or kung fu, and they just inserted a USB chip in his head, and then he became a black belt, right? So things like that, because AI is going to bring in all this knowledge, and once you understand it, it will be able to replicate your knowledge plus add everything else that it knows, right? So it's like a superhuman capability that you can attach to your own onto your own intellect.
Excellent. Listen, thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. You might let people know where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm easy to find on the internet. Just Google my name. I know it's difficult to spell out, but just find me on LinkedIn. Just connect with me. Let me know you heard me on this podcast. What are you trying to do with AI or technology? I'm always excited to learn about other people's stories and journeys.
Perfect. I'll make sure I put all the links for the audio and the video.
Absolutely.
That's all for the podcast. Until next week, take care.